Good evening, SRA Nation.
We're excited to get this season off with a bang.
I think they're all taking tires. And on top of that, it's going to be saucier. It's going to be an all-out shootout to the end. He's got line of sight on these guys.
I commend you for the bravery. He's getting this close to the diffuser.
All you gotta do is win the race. You don't have to lead a whole bunch of laps.
Oh, they're going to be side by side going into the next corner.
Oh, that's a big contact in the back of the field.
Can't stay out there like this.
He stayed in it!
We're off and away for SRA. Oh, so I should start?
You could erect a start because it's like, good evening, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SRA Pro-Am Drivers Swap race at Indianapolis. I don't like this track, but we'll walk you through it, I guess.
Sure. We figured you would rather, like, they're just driving around. We'll be qualifying in a little while, but figure we'll drag this out so we can get things rolling. So yeah, you can expound on the track. I do not know track name, turn names on this track in the least. So.
Oh, me neither. I don't even know how many corner names there are.
Well, it looks like there's 15 corners, so we'll just go by numbers. It's fine. Do you want to do Sector 1? I'll do Sector 2.
Sure. Sector 1 is one I'm not good at. You gotta brake real hard for turn 1. It's like more than 90 degrees, I think. It's not even a perfect right turn. At least it doesn't feel like it. And then I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay. Oh, then you'd make a left into turn 2 pretty quickly thereafter, and turn 2's exit's pretty important though, because you have a tiny straight in before turn 3, and you want to be able to carry speed through turn 3. And then you're going to accelerate because you're going to carry speed through turn 4. And then 5 is icky sticky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I have to picture myself driving while I'm looking at the map. 6 is a left hand that's super duper slippery if you don't get it right. And so, you know, that might get a little spicy there. But
Right, there's the super, super wide left.
Yes, super wide left. So some people like to V it, some people like to hold it in close. Sometimes depends on the car you're driving. But what's even more important is getting turn 7 right, because following that is a big, massive, well, pretty big, massive straight. Not the biggest straight on the track, I guess, but it's really important. So the exit out of turn segment 7 is
It's a kind of a nice one because you can go super wide out, like pretty much out. I think you can go to the edge of the track or to the edge of the pavement.
Yes, but you want to make sure you bring it back because the edge of the pavement ends, which one day I found out the hard way.
I don't know where it ends. I guess I haven't had that problem, luckily, but
it has like a there's some like concrete blocks or something at the end. So so you do want to
yeah,
get over
because
to
you
the
do want to
right.
get as far right as you can before making another 90-degree turn,
Yep. Although that one
and
is
then
not as
into
bad.
that one's not nearly as bad, and it takes you right to turn 9, where Colton Herta had an absolutely outrageous save in the wet a couple of years ago.
Nice. 9 and then 10, which you need to use 10 to set up for 11.
Which you can cut the crap out of.
Yes.
If you're careful.
If we're careful. But yes, yeah, because you can get a massive track cut there if you don't do it quite right. But it does start what is really a straight, even though it's a turn, until turn 13.
The little banked section that we get to do.
Yep, it's really fun. Uh, you get
And
to,
then probably the braking section I've messed up the most at Indy, going
yes,
into 13.
13. I think what happens is there's a little bit of a bumpiness to it, so if you hit some of those bumps, it messes up your braking, and then you go way too deep.
Right.
I think that is it's kind of
And there's
wonky.
foam that never lasts a full practice session.
Yes. So,
But then 14 isn't too bad.
nope.
And then 15 is pretty much flat out. If
Except
you
for
get the
that
entry
little
right.
dump. There's a little bump
Yeah.
going into that 15 turn. Kind of jolts you, so you got to be a little careful there because it can do some funky things, and if you shift while you're trying to do it, it can do some really horribly funky things, and your nose can end up in the pit wall. Definitely
And
not what you want.
if you join the straight too early, if you go too wide going into that, you can invalidate, I think, on that little triangle of paint that's there.
Yes, yes, you can.
All right, it looks like qualifying has started.
We can go look at
Maybe? Yeah.
qualifying. Yay, something interesting. Uh-oh. My stuff, because they changed their thing.
There you go.
I forgot that when it changed over, I have to change everything again. All right. So here we're out on qualifying with a few people out here driving around. Let's see. It's Mr. Sarver out there in the AMG.
Yeah, I can't tell if everyone or if anyone is on a actual fast lap yet. Oh wait,
No.
it's saying the session has ended? Mine is being weird now. There we go. Now I fixed it.
There we go. Yeah, I don't think so. If I look at the lap time. had an oopsie moment. So there we go. Now we have the full position board.
There you go. Okay. So it looks like Rowdy Burns is the first person to be on an actual hot lap.
All right. Let's go find Mr. Burns. Oh, there's Mr. Burns. Now, my
Ooh, he took
understanding
that
is
really
that
well.
the track might be a little on the hot side for them today.
Yeah, I don't remember what the tire, if we have limits of tires, but hopefully it doesn't just kill them.
Yep. I think most people are
Presumably everyone
probably...
will switch when they
Yes.
swap drivers.
Yeah. So they only have to do one to swap their drivers. I'm guessing
Yeah, and
they'll
that's
try
true. It
not
isn't.
to.
It isn't full endurance. I was thinking longer than a 90-minute race.
So for anybody who's not familiar with what we're doing today, the idea is to kind of balance out the teams so that programming that there's most of the teams will have one pro or faster driver paired up with a amateur or slower driver. Although we do have a few teams which are like we'd say like middle in between the two drivers,
Yeah.
as two teams, and there are a few cheater teams. Most of them are appropriately named. So,
Yeah, they don't hide it. They don't hide it.
no, I think they all have been asked to sit in the pit for an extra 10 minutes on a sort of a honor system. So, we'll see how that works out. We have our first times down at 1:38. So, see who else is out there. You know, we just used this track for the season qualifying, and I already forgot what average times were.
Well, hopefully, that means everyone is familiar enough with the track that it shouldn't be too disastrous of a race.
Yes, I was thinking when this came out, like, oh wow, you know, at least it'll put all that practice some of us have done on this track to good use outside of just qualifying.
Right. And I think times are going to get fairly quick. We've got multiple people who are quite a bit ahead on their delta.
Yeah. So, well, we're looking at Mr. Holmes, who is half a second up on his delta. And, hi, Henry. I'm hoping that's Henry. I think that's Henry. So, Mr. Holmes is taking the P1 position for the time being.
By a pretty decent gap, too.
Yep. Yes, and it doesn't look like there's anybody quite catching up to him at this point. Ooh. So, that's that big long straight that we were talking about. The shorter of the two straights. So, and we have Mr. Sarver supporting the Mercedes.
Yeah, he's almost a half a second up on his time, which I think would put him P2 if he maintains it, if I'm doing my math right.
Yep. And he actually, I mean, if he keeps up with a good run here, he might be able to take the pole on that. He won't be that far off. So,
And look at
P2
that,
it is.
P2 by a tenth.
Yep. So Mr. Holmes is up about a tenth, so he's gonna try to hold on to that. We'll give. I can't call him Mr. Burns. I'm gonna have to go.
I don't know if I can call him Rowdy either.
I think I'd rather call him Rowdy than Mr. Burns. Just won't put Rowdy Burns together again on the stream yet today. That'll be the last time you'll hear it out of this mouth. Holmes is still looking to improve on his time to make sure that nobody gets to catch up.
Well, I think Rowdy is gonna steal it from him in a second here. He's almost a
Yeah,
second ahead. There he goes.
Good, yep. I was just thinking for a second, like, wow, you know, this guy. So, ooh, the nice view of that turn 1 and the turn 2.
That's a tricky braking section that he's going through there. At least it is for me.
Yep.
Because you're still coming out of that turn when you have to brake pretty heavily.
And here's our big long left turn that's really easy to go out on. The all-important exit. And yep, you go way out left and come back in. It's like Mr. Holmes took P1 back. So Burns and
Not by
Holmes,
much.
Not by
It's
much.
pretty close.
Look at that. He's up by 0.3 of a second on his time. So if he holds that, then he's going to be really far up. Now, Waleed over here, he is about a half a second up just a moment ago till I decided to watch him. But he's still doing pretty good. So if you can find that time back, he's going to give P1 and 2 a hard run for their money.
Yeah, it looks like he's on track to at least close that gap to P1 and 2, but not quite past them yet.
He had a 0.2 earlier that he lost out on. But
Oh, I think he's going to get it. I think he might just get P1.
we'll see, we'll see. Yep.
There he goes.
Good job, Waleed. Now there's 3 of them fighting for P1. We'll see.
Yeah, the gap from 3rd to 4th is pretty big for how close in general the field is right now.
Yep. And we'll see if, yep. And, okay. Let's see. Christian Holmes. Okay, so it's Christian. Taking his P1 back. And I think that is it for them. Now our
Oh, it looks like Rowdy is on one last valid lap.
Ooh, he is. We won't
He's
cheat,
not
Rowdy.
up on his time, but
Nope. Almost.
he's
was.
flirting with being up on his time.
Yeah. And that can either make or break you. Sometimes you push it too hard and you end up going even slower by making mistakes.
Been there.
I think we all have.
And that seems to be the end of the first part of qualifying.
Yep.
Let me see who is our... It looks like Justin Rosenthal is going to be the first one to start a valid lap in the second half of qualifying.
If he didn't have anything on that wing, I would seriously think that I had not updated my liveries, but there is something on the wing, so I did. I think. Well, I mean, I did, but...
What does he have on the wing? I just see Logitech.
Yeah, Logitech. It is Logitech.
Important that we give the sponsors plenty of screen time. They paid
Yes.
good money to be on that virtual wing.
This is where I could plug, speaking of our sponsors, but we have a few. I don't have my entire list in front of me. I know that Go Setups we have, and which I know a lot of people really like their stuff. Takes some of the guesswork out of setting a car up.
Which is very valuable if you don't get lucky like me and seem to always have teammates who are good at making setups themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people just don't have the time to be fiddling or that kind of a knowledge base, so. Yeah. Oh, and AT3D is also one of our sponsors up there.
Looks like Justin Rosenthal has crossed the line into 5th place.
Nice.
And Brian Anderson takes pole. For now. I can't remember
For
what
now.
the real word is, but the not real pole, but first right now.
That's good enough. They all know what you mean. I don't.
I can't remember what the word is that they always use. Provisional. That's it. That's it. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Provisional, yes. AT3D that I was mentioning before, it popped up on our thing. They do premium 3D printed accessories for your rig, like precision crafted magnetic shifters, cable management solutions, stream deck mounts, dashboard displays. I know pretty sure that Fosly's gotten some of their cable management bits and some other pieces, and they're pretty nice. So you can catch them at at3d.net. I see trackers.
Ooh, we almost had a collision here.
Ay, ay, ay.
Guy Manperson, who is now in provisional pole. I didn't see who he almost hit. It looked like it was Selena. It was our our controller warrior, who was kind of just on the outside of that turn number that I already forgot, but the sharp left-hander after the back straight.
Okay.
I'm not sure what she was doing out there.
Huh. That's not good. All right, so yeah, our pole positions are definitely moving around quite a bit. You've got Guy Manperson taking 1, Mia Rose is currently 2, Brian Anderson is sitting at 3. No big deltas out there to. Silpo is.
Yeah, those top 3 positions look decently safe right now.
Oh, Ilpo is he was up almost a half there for a short bit, and he caught our attention. So let's see if he can overcome the commentator's curse. He's going back up again. So he is 0.6 up, and if he does that, then he'll move up a few spots.
He'll move up to at least 4th.
Yep. I was like,
there's a pretty big gap between 3rd and 4th right now.
yeah, there is. More than I had thought for a second. I was all excited. I said, I need to stop.
He's up quite a bit, though. He's up 7/10 on his current time.
Yeah. So he'll pop up a bit and maybe
I think he might be able to snag third.
uh-oh. We lost a wee bit there. Depends on this exit and yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Get some P4. 2/10 off of P3.
And he closed the gap quite a bit between the top three and the rest of the field.
Yep. He
Now
really
it's
did
only
put a
one full
nice-
second between first and sixth.
But yeah, if we go down the list, you know, we've got our pole positions at a 135.6 and our not pole is a good 4 seconds difference. So this ought to make for a very interesting mix and race.
And I would imagine that a lot of teams have their pro driver qualifying, but I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the other thing here when you've got you know, a faster driver followed by a slower driver, or you could have your slower driver go out and the faster driver move through the field. So that always makes these races kind of interesting and fun.
Yeah, for sure. Because having generally faster time doesn't necessarily mean that you're the stronger starter.
Yes. Or if you want to kind of like quote play, you know, it could be a safe play to be not shuffling at the front and dealing. So if your slower driver is starting and they're in the back, then
Take it easy for the first half and then try to
yeah,
make up positions in the end.
in the end, yeah, then you're not worrying about that whole like first couple laps or any incidences that might happen when you've got this variety of experience on the field.
I don't think we need to criticize Mia's ping. She's so far away. The fact that she's here at all, we have
Yeah,
to commend it.
yeah, absolutely. I've raced in other leagues with people from other areas of the world, and it happens. The ping's got to cross that great big ocean. So now Brian Anderson here is looking to P2 now.
But Mia is up on her time by 2.5 tenths, almost 3 tenths. So it
Uh-oh.
looks like she's going to take P2 right back if she maintains that.
Yep.
But also, Guy Manperson is still out there improving his time. Well, now he's not
But
because he's
yeah.
crossed the checkered flag, but
Yeah, and it looks like
eh,
he's done.
yeah, he's looking pretty untouchable for pole position. But I think P2 is still up in the air. I think Mia can still snag it.
Yep. And Brian's still out there too, so he can work really hard at trying to hold on to it. But Mia is definitely looking strong there to take that.
And we've also got Justin Rosenthal out there. He's a little bit ahead of his time, on his time. We can see if maybe he can gain a position or two.
He might now. Mia takes it back, but Brian is 2/10 up on his time. So
So he's still got a chance. He's 3 tenths now.
Yep. Oh. It's a roller coaster ride for him. Will he get it? Yes, he
He
will.
does. Very close.
Yes. Really nice. That was the P1, 2, and 3. That was quite close. So Okay.
So that
now.
gives us our grid. That gives us our starting lineup.
Yep, we have our starting lineup, and if you give me a hot minute, I will. It's been a while, so I'm gonna try to do this walkie thing whoop, without giving anybody any kind of headaches. So we have Man-Person and Anderson, Johnston P3, Ilpo P4, Polly Hartman, and P5. 6 is Fernandez. 7 is Adam, right? Santana.
Adam Santana.
8 is Christian Holmes. 9 is our friend Panzo. 10 is Waleed. 11 is Mr. May. 12 is
Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy. Okay. I was gonna say Rusty for a minute. Selena, yeah, he's 12. Selena and P13. P14 is Mr. Smith. P15 is Wood with moose over on his. That's cute. Wood, Mr. Battle, Ian Demler, Brown in 18, Warren in 19, Darren Robenshaw in 20, Fire Queso in 21, Rafe Cabe in 22, 20. Nope. That's
Anton
22.
Rushevich.
Ruchevich. So that's Ruchevich.
One of those.
That's Mr. Cabe. And that's Mr. Majid, who I didn't see on the list because he didn't make a time. He's one of our cheater teams.
So they're just doing a last to first challenge.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll get it done.
Yes. Something like that. They're just, we're all here just having fun, and that's their way of having fun. So it works.
Yeah, this isn't a points paying race. This is just a preview before we begin season 12.
Exactly. Fun. We hope. So let's helicam that. So, Guy Man-Person in the This Car is Broken, Please Fix team. And Brian Anderson.
Car is so broken that it made it on the pole.
It did. I have to say, I tried to drive the Ford around here. I couldn't do it. It's awful. So anybody that can do it and do it fast, that is fantastic.
Honestly,
Rose.
anybody who's comfortable going around this track, I give them credit for, because I am not comfortable going around this track.
I wouldn't say anybody's comfortable. You just, I think sometimes gets a feel for it a little bit, maybe, but I don't know.
I think I got close to comfortable towards the end of the 8-hour race we did here last year.
Yeah, after 8 hours, you start to get something close to comfortable. I hope.
Hopefully, it's not a guarantee.
That's a yep. So that's our Optimum Motorsports team. Ilpo in for Apex not found. Though, so he found a lot of the Apexes on his qualifying lap to get P4. Paul running for Champion Motorsports. Hey, what? Apparently we're having some stint timer problems, so we'll see what happens.
That's always exciting.
Yes, absolutely.
Start the race with some technical difficulties server side.
Part of racing.
Never seen that before.
Yes. But it shouldn't be too bad, so we'll see what happens.
I'm surprised we have a stint timer anyway for such a short driver swap race. I feel like everyone's going to be on the same strategy, surely.
I imagine it probably has something to do with trying to make sure that there's an even distribution of time for the fast and slow driver.
True.
So like we're coming around to the final turn for our race start.
Hey, if you don't like Paul Ricard, I've got bad news for you for next week.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to be driving that in the Porsche, so pray for me.
I think I did some racing in the Porsche on Paul Ricard. It was... Yeah. Here we go, and we're off. Look at that start. It's spicy already.
Looks like we're 3 wide in a couple of spots.
Yes.
Not quite 4 wide,
Oh,
although it looks
and
like
it
some
got
people want it. And there we go.
got taken out already.
All the way to the
Oh,
back.
goodness sakes. That's terrible.
We've got someone in the grass.
Oh my.
But Mia Rose has taken the lead off of Guy Manperson.
Yes, she has.
The
And
guy
looks
is
like
still right behind her, so
right there. But it looks like the front is settling in a little bit. Yeah, you've got Selena's looking to make a move on Christian there. She can get through. With Waleed right behind. I have to admit, I really like watching some Porsche on Porsche action because they can do some really interesting moves. Rosenthal looking to get past Ian here, and yes, he will get it. And go way
and he's
too
at
deep.
risk. Oh
Yep.
no. Tragic.
Yes.
Demler does look like he's a little bit at risk of Sarver, although Sarver then took that pretty wide, so maybe not. Maybe now he's at risk from Warren.
Oh, here's a cluster. That's what we're looking for.
That's what you want to see.
Yes.
There are a couple options here for who's going to be in front past turn 1.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mr. Burns.
And it looks like it's going to be Rowdy Burns.
Whoop. Ooh, that was fun. And he's
Rosenthal losing a 3rd place now. Fazley's already up to 17th from starting last.
And he's going to be looking to catch to Burns and Almeida?
I think that's Almeida, yeah.
Yeah, Sean, I have to say I really like Snetterton. And Fosley gets in past Mr. Burns. Looks like Selena made it. Ooh, maybe it's been switching positions with Waleed a little bit, back and forth.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a fight there going through the back of the circuit.
Let's see.
And she's trying to hang on to Holmes there.
And that almost got spicy. This guy trying to show us how to make passes. Let's see. Will he do it? Yes.
Ooh, he got real close before moving out of the way.
Yep.
Ooh. And Wood is Almeida is spun. Or was that Almeida? That was Wood.
That was probably
That was
Wood.
Richie Wood.
Came to the bottom. Let's see. Burns is going to try to recover from some of his position losses. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Ooh,
It's,
the Mustang getting a little squirrely there.
yeah, and that Porsche followed him right along.
And that
Oh,
that was a bold
oh.
attempt.
Ooh. That got a little too spicy.
That was a bold attempt from Adam Santana
Yes.
to go on the inside. That's a dangerous turn, or a dangerous corner to try and go on the inside of.
Yeah.
Selena's having a pretty good battle up front.
Let's look
Up
at
in eighth.
this. Selena and Waleed. So Waleed got past Selena now. So I
They were
bet.
side by side a second ago.
So first, all the positions in front of this are all 1 second and plus from the next person. So P1 through till you get to here, they're all pretty well
is all well over a
spaced
second.
out. Yeah. Looks like man person might be trying to catch up to Mia Rose, so keep an eye on that time there, and if he can close that right now, he's got about a 1 second, 1+ second gap.
Yeah, he keeps kind of slingshotting in the 1 second. Although
Yeah,
Anderson is getting closer to him as well.
yeah. It looks like maybe he might have made a small little blibber.
So the podium fight could be on, or the fight for the podium positions early on.
Yes, whoever Mr. Roger for now is, the names are not right. It's a little bit errored.
Yeah, all three of those commentators on the graphic are not who's talking.
Yep. So, yeah. The BMW, and he's gonna get past Wood. I don't know how to say that. Oh, that's Ilpo. Okay. We're gonna go with Ilpo. Now, earlier in the race, Ilpo got spun out and dumped back to the back of the race, so he's actually made quite a few positions back up to get to P18, where
Yeah,
he
back
is
up to
now.
18th when he was a couple seconds behind Grant Cameron at the back after
Yeah.
that turn 1 incident.
Absolutely. He really got it there, and so to keep an eye on his movement through the pack also. So then you've got this guy who's he's
Has
in,
gained another position.
yes, so his team is appropriately the unfair team number 1. So he started in the back, and yeah.
And he's staying real close to Sarver.
Yeah. And you've got Ian and in front of Sarver, or Ian is coming up on Fernandez, and okay, Mr. Majid got past him. So we've got Ian and Fernandez up here who are looking to be, they're pretty close, try to battle, and Mr. Majid is most likely going to catch up, and it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. He's gonna probably mess them up. Whoop, except
That was a wow, that was
themselves up.
that was a bold move. I'm surprised that they came out of that relatively unscathed, because that was quite a hit.
They are. It's kind of like I slapped him on the way out.
The least clean pass.
Exactly. But yeah, Ian was following Fernandez there for quite a bit.
And a couple spots back, it looks like Rob Warren is getting pretty close to Mr. Sarver. Although he's dropped back a little bit on this back straight.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't get the run he needed to get that taken care of. So here, Ilpo trying to recover his spots from earlier. He's looking to get past Darren. So let's try to catch Mr. Holmes
Oh.
and go back.
Mr. Holmes appears to.
have
Yeah, I didn't see
spun.
what happened.
I'm gonna try to replay this back a few and see if it works for me. But I think I grabbed the wrong spot. My apologies. But anyway, hey, when they spin off and they're dropping through the field, it can be hard to grab the right.
Hard to catch them as they
Yeah,
go down the list.
exactly. So things are. It looks like they're settling in a little bit.
Guy Man Person is about within a second of Mia Rose.
Yep.
So he's slowly catching up.
Closing that gap a little bit.
It looks like Fazley has made another position.
Yes, he has. All the way up to P8 from P last.
They really are doing the last to first challenge.
Yes. Yes, they are. And I keep wanting to call him Rusty, but Rowdy. Oh, there's a battle with Mr. Battle.
Appropriate.
I know. And Cave is not going to give it up. They're gonna keep going at it here.
This could get spicy into turn one.
It could. He's a tenth away from him. His Pokken is thinking better of it, though. I'm actually quite glad that's a tricky one.
It was smart to
pull off.
regroup and try again later.
Exactly. I definitely agree with that.
Although it looks like he's gonna get eaten up by Santana. He got a little loose there.
Yep. Santana's got it on him, and he's made it stick. We'll see what happens when they get this exit on the straight in the back. It's at the back. No, but everybody came out of the turn. Let's see. Let's go up here. Man Person has made it to within 4/10 of Mia, so getting some pressure on her.
And they're both very fast drivers. Man Person being B1 and Mia being an alien.
Absolutely.
So that could be quite a battle between these two.
So it looks like we have our first person in the pits, Mr. Fernandez. Yeah, he's really closed that gap up. So we've got 2/10 difference, 2, 3. See how this plays out. Well, maybe he's content to chase for now. About a half second back now. I'm gonna take a look at this because you've got Waleed and Selena who've been battling it out for the whole race thus far.
Yeah,
Followed
pretty much.
by Mr. Majid. And all I was about to say
Oh
all three
no!
of them are very skilled drivers, and then that happened. So
Well,
well,
you know, sometimes skilled drivers can still just screw up.
yep.
I couldn't quite tell who was responsible for that. It may have been Selena, I feel like.
I think unfortunately I would have to throw her under the bus on that one. Yeah. Daimler pulling off that move on Selena, who's probably just trying to regroup from that little incident. Don't typically see those kinds of moves from her, but we all have our moments.
And that gave Fazley a couple of spots.
Yes, but
He's all the
now
way up to 6 now.
6, but Fosley has a 12-second gap before he reaches Panzo in his Lexus. So, and I think Panzo's been running that Lexus for several seasons in SRA. I think he might have drove something else last season, or the one before that. But suffice to say, he's got a decent amount of experience driving that.
Mm-hmm.
Ray looking to make a move on battle. I guess thinking better of that.
It's pretty close there between Ilpa Rosenthal and Mr. Burns.
Yes. Good catch. It was.
It looks like Ilpo might be lining up for a move here.
Yep. He
Let's
is.
see how Lady can break.
Oh, that was
Late enough.
nicely done.
That was
very smooth.
clean.
Yes, and that, folks, is the way we like to see it.
That's how you pass at Indianapolis.
So yeah, Ilpo's really making his way through there.
Up ahead, Warren is pretty close to Steven Sarver right now.
And not far behind him is Christian Holmes, and Almeida is about a half a second behind him. So we do have a few clusters in between the little gaps. So you've got this little group of 4, and about a second and a half behind that, you've got a group of 3, and about 3 seconds in front of this group is a Selena and Ian Demler.
And then all the way at the front, Guy Man person chasing me Rose.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they really bunch up at turn 1. And the group behind, they were almost starting to catch up a little bit. If they work together.
It's turning into one big group here.
Yeah.
On the front stretch there, Ilpo was taking a look at Mr. Burns, but thought better of it before turn 1.
And sometimes you do it just to make them nervous. So they make a mistake and makes your job easier.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to pass the car ahead. You just need to scare them.
Yeah. Although I think that the trick with that sometimes is that you take that peek and then you start to think for a second, well, maybe I could. But
That's
to
when
be-
it backfires. Those are dangerous
Yes,
thoughts.
Exactly. You get, oh, wait, we're going to hop up to the front where man person has caught up with Mia quite significantly. And was really trying to see if you could push her to make an error, but looks like that did not work. So, and he's backing off quite a bit. So we're going to hop back down here to Warren and Sarver. I'm pretty sure Warren's not going to back off.
No, that looks, I would say that's an attempt at a move for sure.
Absolutely. And I think one that as long as he gets his breaking point correct, he should be able to pull off. And he holds it.
Yep. Sarver
And
tried to hold it around the outside, but that just doesn't work at that corner. I've tried that many a time, and it simply can't do it.
so Warren has pulled the move. A couple spots behind, you've got Almeida, Burns, following Christian Holmes, followed by Ilpo in there. It is tight. Ilpo's, ooh, there is some tippity tap.
Holmes
And
spinning.
yep.
Holmes
Yet
spun, and Burns
again.
stayed behind.
So
I
it's a
can't tell
real
if
shame.
Burns.
Well, yeah.
Someone else spun on their own coming into that corner, following them.
And it's a shame because I'm pretty sure that's not the first time Holmes has been bumped around.
Yeah, I think Holmes was involved in that first lap incident.
Well, I remember trying to grab him once before for a replay and I missed it.
Well, that incident broke up
Wood
that
might
group a little bit. They've spread out.
Oh, I didn't go back far
Not
enough.
too much, though.
Poor Wood ended up in the grass, and not entirely sure why. I didn't go back far enough. My apologies. So our front runners. Guy is still chasing. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this following Ilpo around for now is where we're gonna find most of the action, it seems, in this cluster he's got.
Yeah, we've got that little group is pretty close. Mr. Burns getting a pass on Santana. Or no, on Battle, excuse me.
Battle, yeah, that happened real fast. I'm gonna bet Battle missed a break
I
corner
had
or
only been watched
something.
them. Yeah, I had only just clicked on them when Mr. Burns got by.
Yeah, I was watching the differential was it was a few tenths, so he
Caught up fast.
Yes. Yes. So, Almeida is trying to catch to Sarver, but is going to be battling Ilpo in short order.
And that's one of the trickier positions to be in when you're close enough to make attempts to pass the person in front of you, but you also have to really think about not opening yourself up to an easy pass from whoever's chasing you.
Absolutely. And then we've got this again.
Guy man person just keeps getting close,
yeah,
and then
it's
backs
that
off.
straight. So the straight going to the start-finish line. He's catching up, but not quite enough to get the move there done. What it appears to be. So I don't know top speeds on the Ford versus McLaren.
I've got no clue. I think the Mustang is pretty fast in a straight line.
I think so. It's the impression I get.
Mia going very defensive there.
Yep. Well, he's
Bit of the tail of the dragon action.
Absolutely, and he's gonna try to. Oh.
Oh, and they hit.
Oh. That was
But
a
save it? They both managed
Yep.
to save it pretty well.
Yep, and man person, kudos, doesn't take advantage of the situation, backs off, lets her get back in front to start again.
And Brian Anderson in third is going to be pleased to see that delta start to narrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he's only 3 seconds behind, so conceivably he could catch up and join the fight.
All they need to do is bump a few more times and that'd make it easy for him. Hop down through the field a little bit. You've got Selena following Ian, and she's been pretty close.
She was
But-
at 3/10 a second ago, so
Yeah, so I don't know if she's just gonna be content to hang out back there.
oh, and Ilpo seems to be actively attacking Almeida a few spaces back from that.
Yep, and I would expect Ilpo's active attacking to truly be active. As he tries to make a move up the inside.
A bit cleaner than the last time we saw a pass attempt there. But
Yep, but
can he
this
make it
is-
stick? Oh,
Yeah, that was
pretty close.
yeah.
Good defensive moves from Almeida, though, not giving up the spot.
But Ilpo's
But it looks like
got a
Ilpo's-
much
yeah.
better run out of there.
But that was a
move
good effort.
definitely cost Almeida the exit into that, and that's that turn. That's a straight. It's really important to get it right, and that was a good demonstration of why it's important to get it right.
Yes.
All right, so Ilpo has just over a second and a half till he catches up with the next guy. And speaking of guy man person is
Still hovering around 3 to 5 tenths behind Mia.
yeah.
And Brian Anderson has closed up another second to the back of them. He's only 2.5 behind right now.
Oh yes, two and then Selena's behind Ian. Still not sure if she's gonna try to like catch up and make a move on him or not.
Oh, I think there might have been something between man person and Mia again.
Uh-oh.
They've retained their positions, but I saw the position arrows flash for a second.
Let's take a gander at this and replay. Yep. Ilpo did make a move. There was some bumping and grinding,
And then they went
that's what
right back to
happened.
the status quo.
Yes, they did. Looks like Rosenthal made it past Almeida also. I'm sorry?
That contact closed the gap to Anderson even more. He's just over a second behind them.
I see that, yeah. Like he's probably back there thinking, yep, keep it up, guys. Keep it up.
He is probably laser focused on not messing up.
And that can be the key to winning a race.
Oh, looks like man person's going for it. Or trying to.
Again. And Anderson is now less than a second away with all their battling.
Mia going very defensive again on the main straight.
Yep.
Just trying to ensure that there's no chance she doesn't have the inside line to turn one.
Oh, that is so close in there. But
And it works. She keeps it through turn one.
that's
You can't really go around the outside of turn two, so she holds it through there as well. But now Brian Anderson is fully in that fight.
Absolutely. And now it's a fight of, it's going to be a fight of 3, unless they decide to back off and.
And then they've got a nice buffer of 12 seconds to 4th place, so they don't have to worry about that at all.
Let me see if I can get a track map that we like up here. Let's see if that works. Yep. Thank you, Al, for pointing that out. Hopefully that's the right one.
Selena Boonstra looks like she's making a move on Ian Demler.
Let's
Or trying to.
find that. There we go.
Going around the
You guys
outside
can-
doesn't quite work there.
There's the one I'm looking for. Oh,
Oh, Miro's
wait.
spins
What
from
is
contact
this?
with Guy Manperson.
What's that? Turn 1 again. And yep, there it goes. And
Narrowly misses involving Brian Anderson as well.
Anderson. Mia is not happy,
No.
and nor should she be. That is a very unfortunate. Nice. Glad to see that she is not going to be giving up. Yeah, still trying to figure out if Selena is happy to just sit back there or she wants to move. Now you've got a Wood is looking to dance with
And they spin.
Userski. Yes, they do.
I was just going to say there's a close fight happening way at the back there.
Yep, saw that and saw that. So let's see how Ilpo does up here. I'm gonna back up to Selena, who maybe has an opportunity to get past Ian here. She's quite close. He's gonna defend the inside line though. Was not
And
taking any
Selena
chances.
stays behind.
Yep.
Yep. But we'll see how their exit onto the back straight is.
Yep. So will he crack under pressure? Because the 992 Porsche isn't that bad on a straight.
Not as bad as the
Especially-
last Porsche, no.
No, not at all. It gets not as good as a Lexus. There's a few cars out there you don't want to see in your rearview mirror in a Porsche when you're going down a straight, but it's no slouch anymore. Then there's this
Looks
guy
like
Catch a Lexus?
Yep. Let's see. Let's see if the Porsche catches the Lexus. Speaking of Porsches. Mr. Majid trying to put the pressure on Panzo Rigatoni.
I don't even know how defensive Rigatoni needed to be on that straight.
No, and he wasn't really. He just kind of sat there and let Fosley do his thing behind because he knew.
He moved over a little bit. He made sure he wasn't gonna get. He wasn't gonna get.
No.
Or lose the inside line.
He's like, I see you there, buddy boy. And here's another straight. So it looks like Panzo might have touched grass coming out of that one.
And you don't want to do that as a sim
No.
racer. You don't want to
Nope.
touch grass.
Nope, and that gives that Porsche the chance to get by. And so now Bosley has over 11 seconds to catch up with Polly, so.
So you better get to it.
And it looks like he's possibly behind a blue flag.
And we've
So,
got a
yeah.
pretty good group here from Warren to Almeida.
Absolutely. So let's go
Only
see how
about
our friend
a little
Ilpo's
over a
doing.
second.
Yeah. It's nice spacing. Poor Rosenthal's car looks like it's seen better days on those sides. And Ilpo is
He's trying it?
he thought about it.
He backs out.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty bold, but I don't think anybody could
Yeah.
brake late enough to have made that work.
No, and it looks like, you know, from what I've seen of the passes we're seeing Ilpo make, that he's pretty cautious, pretty patient. And I'm gonna say all those things and something bad's gonna happen.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Warren almost loses it there.
Yeah. Those are tough to be on the outside. It's a slippery turn. It's a slippery track, and from what I understand, it's hot. And the tires are getting also slippery. So Ilpo's got about 6 seconds to catch up to Selena, who is still chugging along behind Ian up there. And we have Almeida. Maybe.
If Almeida can stay this close, he could have a good shot at Rosenthal on the main straight.
Absolutely.
So I believe that is a blue flag in front of them.
Let's see. Well, Rosenthal is nope, but he's 2/10 behind
no, it
Warren.
isn't.
So
I was seeing the wrong delta for a second.
Yeah, he's looking at.
So that is a group.
Yeah. So Justin wants to get past Warren, I guess Rob Warren, before Almeida catches up to him too much. But yeah, it looks like Almeida is catching up.
Looks like Selena might have a decent run on Demler in the back straight.
Well, maybe.
She's nice and close to him.
Maybe.
But then it looks like the turns might have just slowed her down a little too much.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Although
got
she's
a
getting
good
closer again.
exit.
That was a really good run.
She had a good exit, but not enough. Not enough.
Cut that corner real tight.
Oh, looks like we've got battle in the grass. That's not where you're supposed to be. What happened? And I guess...
I think he missed his braking point and then
Yeah.
chose to avoid hitting the car in front of him.
Well,
Unfortunate,
kudos.
but the sportsman move.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I think Waleed, remember earlier, he and Selena had a little bit of a bump. He's been quietly moving up the field. Every once in a while, I see him get close to someone. I think, okay, I better keep an eye on that. And the next thing I know, he's past him. So, we'll give
He does
Waleed
have
some...
Sarver right behind him, though. Sarver's
He
hanging
does.
on pretty close.
He does. I think he got past Sarver.
I think so. I think Sarver was running ahead of him.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
and that's not ideal. Looks
ooh, and
like poor Waleed is
Santana
just
Santana got a bit impeded by that incident,
a
getting
bit.
tapped by Waleed, and then Sarver rejoined a little bit in front of him.
Yep, but it looks like Santana's going... He is taking full advantage of that place and positioning he got. And makes it past Sarver there. See if he can make it stick. Waleed's like, I want that back. I want that back. I'm working hard.
And Sarver is not giving it up easy.
No. No, no, no. And so now it's, 4 in a row, all less than a second apart. Again. Oh. Looks like somebody missed a break point there or something. So we've got this. Waleed is maybe? Maybe?
I think he's got it. He's got it.
Aw. That would be...
And it looks like Mr. Burns might also get by Sarver.
Yeah, Sarver
He's
maybe
got a pretty good run down the back.
did not have the best exit. Burns is...
Ooh, he tried there. He braked
Yeah.
pretty late.
Poked a little nose in.
But Sarver did leave him room, so they were able to both get through the corner. That's important.
Yep. Sarver's... I don't want to give up 2 in a row. Okay, well that will at least ensure
That was a bold attempt from Mr. Burns.
Yep. And we've got people
And Sarver goes into the pits.
Yep. Warren is in the pits. Rosenthal is in the pits. Waleed is in the pits.
And this must be for the driver change. We're just under 2 minutes before halfway through the race.
Yep. So now we're going to see a bunch of people going into the pits. So let's see what we're doing. The pit transition. Let's take a quick gander at who we can expect to be coming out for some of these leaders' cars. So, in Mia Rose McLaren, we'll be seeing JP Johnston out of D4 taking the wheel. Let's see. Let's try and see who. Bosley's going in, and Jess will be taking over. Trying to see who man person will be passing the wheel over to.
He will be transferring over to Kyle Miller out of D4.
Now, interestingly, you've got Waleed, who is going to be handing the wheel over to, I think, was it Dominic Durant? Yes.
Yep.
So they had their slower driver go out first, and they're going to have their faster driver out now.
That could pay off for
Yeah.
them.
That's
I think that looks different from most of the other team's strategy, as far as I can tell.
Well, you also had Connor Yazierski. Hope I got that right. He's passing over to Fire Queso, also from D1. Rob Warren will be handing his baton to Andrew Reif. That's his fast driver. Ian Demler's handing over to Douglas Mitchell. So actually, it looks like a decent amount are Rowdy Burns
handing it over to C. Logan. Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Santana's out. Giordano's in. Boonstra's out. Corey Harville's in.
Yeah. Darren will be passing over to Pat Cockcraft. Yeah, this ought to be pretty interesting now. So you've got
Essentially a second race happening now.
Yeah, it's a lot of the, the slower group of the first part of the race is handing over to their faster drivers, or will be.
Yeah, interestingly, Manperson and Rose are both still out. They're probably going to stretch it as long as they possibly can.
I wouldn't
Mia
be
Rose is
shocked.
going in now.
All right, and Manperson's in now also. It looks like. And we have a stop go 30. That's sad.
For Mr. Blank, who is in for Jake Battle, who we seem to see in the grass a couple of times. So I wonder if they've also got some damage.
Oh, yes. I think quite a few cars had some damage on it. So, Waleed's car took a couple hits. Christian's car took a bunch of hits. So it looks like right now Kimball is in the front of our cars who have pit. So
Well, the leaders are on their way out of pit lane now.
yeah, so C.
I don't think Kimball's going to quite get by him. But it looks like it could be pretty close. Or he might get by him. They've still got a lot of pit lane to go. The pit lane is absurdly long here.
It is. It is a bit on the ridiculous side.
And there he goes. Kimball has passed
coming out.
Johnston. And now he's passed both of them.
Miller came out.
Oh no, Miller is ahead still.
Yeah. Miller made it out, so Johnston, who took over for Mia in the McLaren. So
the top three are still pretty close, though. It's
they
about
are
2 seconds between the three of them.
And it'll be
and then a nice big gap.
Absolutely. Oh, and that was like a little squirrely. So May is really throwing some pressure down on poor Harville coming out of the gates. And he's
Yeah, it
gonna
looks like
look to
he's gonna try and
miss.
go for it here.
Yeah. I think he should be able to get it as long as he gets his break point good. Makes it through that turn. Oh, wait. Harville really got that. I think what I love about the Porsche. So this will be
May's going for some bold moves here.
absolutely, and that car is still really dinged up, so it looks like they did not repair. Maybe it was just all side damage, didn't affect the handling
Yeah,
of the car, or and is it Chris Logain? I have to double check my
but
first
he,
names.
oh man,
Oof. He said, "I want to get by. You're slowing me down."
he's desperate for this
Oh,
pass, and I
yeah.
think that could end badly.
Yeah, he is, and that Porsche is just not going to hand it over nicely.
It looks like he finally got past there.
He did, and now they're going to have to try to hold off Logain in another Porsche. That did not last long. So. Dominic Duran here, who took over for Waleed. Let's see if he makes this move. Maybe not. He waits.
Took a gander at it, but ooh, and they tap a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah. And let's see. Logain and May, it looks like they're going to be battling it out. But that might have been also why May was in such a hurry to get past Harville, knowing that Logan was pre-now. Logan, I am so sorry. Logan was right behind him. It's like Dominic Duran might be trying to make a move on Brown again. And, ooh, ooh, ooh. He slips by. Brown kind of misses his break point a little bit and opens the door.
Position gain is a position gain.
Absolutely. Let's go back to Logan here, trying to get past May.
These two cars are fighting like it's the last couple laps of the whole race.
Well, they got out. They got some fire under their belts, and
Logan pokes out, thinks better of it.
glad to hear that. We've got a thank you for hosting on the stream. And anybody who is in the first stint who feels like joining us in here and giving us something to talk about, just let me know and we'll yank you on in here.
These three are still the closest cars on track right now. It looks like the pit stop cycle kind of spread everybody out.
It did. I'm trying really hard not to get too complacent with the spread. Oh, and May had a little bit of a unfortunateness, and Logan just was waiting for it. And he's looking to catch up with Giordano. Wasting no time. But yep, they're all quite spread out at this point. Rife looks like he's catching up in the Nissan to Justin McKetton, so keep an eye on that timing while we watch Logan hunt down Giordano.
Logan trying it.
He's trying.
Getting
He's
past
trying.
Giordano.
Let's see. Yep. And he got it.
Clean pass on the back straight.
Absolutely. Well done. May is catching up real fast to Giordano after that, so that must have really slowed him down. Nice and cautious pass there in turn 1. And he made it stick. Andrew Wright looking to catch up to Justin McKechnie's car, which was previously Ilpo.
Yeah, I believe so. I can check. Yes.
Yeah. It's a memorable livery, those colors. They kind of stick with you.
It does catch your eye. Is it Buzz Lightyear theme on purpose, or?
Oh, it might be. I was wondering
Are
why
those
it
just the
looked like.
colors?
I don't know.
Looks to me like Buzz Lightyear.
Let's see. We do that. We can get a closer look at it. Here. Maybe even closer. Wait for Andrew to close this gap up. He's got 0.3 of a second here. Let's see.
Yeah, somebody tell Andrew to pass him so that we can get a clear view.
Yep. Hello, Rowdy. Hope you guys had a good first stint there.
The fastest lap time is a 1:35.4, set by the number 50 car, I believe by Mia Rose.
I think that was Guy. Mia was
Or is that...
Yeah, that's Guy Man person. Mia was in the McLaren.
That's right, that's right.
Well, Bryce might be catching this one. A little bit closer. There's a wiggle. He is right up that. So close. Yeah, I bet it looks like he's pushing him down the straight at that angle. Oh, and Justin takes the... Oh, tried to take the defensive line, didn't quite
Goes
get the
too
break
wide.
point right.
Just lets him through.
Yep. And we got Rene Oki, who has caught up to Foster. I keep wanting to call him Stephen Foster. Yeah, Robin Inner. I think, I wonder if it has something to do with it being... I mean, I heard it's really hot on track, and wondering if that has anything to do with it.
Looks like Logan just got got past Brown in the
Okay.
midfield there.
I missed that. Apologies. So you see some catching up. Some of these. Oh, it's got Butkus back here. Closing the gap at times. Let's see, Ren
And it looks
Aoki
like
looking to make the
Aoki
move. Will he make it stick? I think so. He was pretty clear, so. Nicely done, Ren. Now you
another
need to hold on
textbook
to it.
turn one pass.
Yep. Mr. Foster is like, wait, I'm gonna do whatever
Doesn't
I
want to give
can
it
to
up
get
quite
by.
yet.
How did you do that? Let's see. See how the lap times come out for this lap between Ren and Foster. Let's see. Butkus is getting past Burke into that
But
straight.
he goes
Burke's
too
no.
wide, and Burke takes
Says,
it right back.
yep, he's no way, Jose. I want it back. You can't have it.
But then Butkus trying again.
Yep. Let's see. Side by side, they're just not gonna let it go. Ooh. Let's see. They're making their points and their turns, so that's good. Nobody's gone off. And it looks like the Porsche is going to make it stick. Hop up to Dominic Duran here in the pink plaid SR livery for Lunar Lone Star Comic Racing. That is a mouthful.
It's a lot of conglomerates in one team.
Yeah.
Once again, apart from these two, the field is pretty steadily spread out. There are a few gaps that are hovering around a second to 2 seconds. But we also got some pretty big gaps here.
Yeah, and it's interesting because in some of these big gaps, you know, they're, you know, quite a bit faster than, you know, half second to a second faster than some of the guys in front of them. So,
And we've only got 4 cars on the lead lap. 6 cars? 6 cars. 7 cars.
yeah. So,
Or maybe it's more than
like,
I'm realizing and I'm reading that wrong. But the spread is big, is what I'm saying.
it is. And you've got some real fast guys there in the back, so it'll be interesting if they can get by all this mess.
Duran getting real close there. That looked like they were almost going to touch.
Yeah, I'm sure that he'd really like to get past Smith. Yeah, he gets close and then backs off and
Yeah.
let's see if he can get it on this street. 3/10? Nope. That's not gonna work.
But if he can hang on to the back of him through here, he could have a shot into turn 1.
It's possible, especially if he gets a good exit on there. But
Looks like they're gonna
yeah,
maintain.
it's just yep. Smith's kind of letting him know he knows he's there, and it's like oh, Brown went off into the grass. We'll see what happened there. And it was just a driving moment.
In there.
Yep. We've all been there. To a passenger view. Something different.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Foster up ahead, who's hovering just a little over a second behind Aoki. They can't seem to quite catch up.
It looks like their last lap they were almost the same, so yeah, they're about a 10th off of each other. Foster's just under a 10th faster. But I mean, for some reference, you'd Aoki and Foster doing about 138s, and then behind you you've got Rife doing a 136.7 in his last lap. So these guys here are doing low 137s. So that's about a second and a second plus to P5, even P3.
Yeah, there are probably a good number of drivers taking a look at their lap time, the car ahead of theirs lap time, and then the clock, and seeing how close they can get before we run out of time.
Yep. And you got to get past all the guys in front of you, between you and that one. So you look at that, Smith taking a real defensive line on there.
Ooh, and Duran goes out into the grass a little bit. Manages to stay close, though.
Yep. Without really losing a lot on him, so good job.
Looks like Brown had an issue.
Possibly. I was
He
looking
just
at Pat
stopped
catching
on the
up
straight.
and it's like he went off and
then stopped.
And then just said enough of that. Although
he's still out there. He started moving again.
I see that.
So I'm not sure what happened there.
No. I mean, I'm wondering if he maybe accidentally hit the ignition button or something.
Very possible.
Hey, Stefan. No problem. It's been an interesting stream thus far.
This could be a good opportunity for Duran,
Absolutely.
but it doesn't look
But-
like he.
Oh,
Nope.
wait. He said,
looking
yep,
for
I'm
it.
gonna get it. I'm gonna try it. Look at that.
Leaving each other room,
Ooh.
keeping it respectful.
Nice. So now
These aren't
Smith
the
is
easiest corners to go
not
side
gonna
by
get the-
side through.
No. But it looks maybe neither one of them got a good exit on that then. Smith pulled out a little bit faster there. That was fun.
Most exciting thing in a couple of laps.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, guys, do it again. Do it again. Let's keep this up.
Got Harville slowly catching up to Giordano.
He was gonna catch me when.
And he's the last lap was
And Brown is stopped on the back straight again.
again, huh?
And now he's moved. Oh, looked like he was going to move.
I wonder if it's technical difficulties really.
Yeah, it could be an issue with his racing setup, maybe.
That's a shame. You hate to see that, and it really ruins a race.
Especially so far into the race.
Yeah.
But it's good to get issues out of the way before the team series begins.
That's for sure.
Oh, I think Harville had a spin. Lost about 3 seconds to Giordano.
Let's go see if we can find anything. Yeah, a little bit. Little wiggle. Oh, and then now Dominic
Oh, and
gets
that's
past
when
there.
Duran gets past.
That's sneaky.
Maybe he just had stage fright and he was waiting for us to look away.
Maybe. That might be.
But it looks like Smith's
whoa.
gonna try and take it back.
Yeah, Smith's thinking about it.
Then thinks better, but he's still close to him.
Yeah, not losing time, so.
It looks like Brown has officially left the race, so whatever issue he's facing, apparently not
This-
overcomable.
Aw, you hate to see it. So we'll give Stefan a thank you for the subscription. So it looks like Dominic's maybe getting a little bit of a gap on Smith now.
And about our next closest pair, I believe. Yeah, our next closest pair, Doug is only about a second and a half behind Foster. And he was catching up a moment ago. Seems to have leveled out.
Looks as though on their last lap they were about 4/10 apart. So if Doug can catch up to Foster, who's about a second apart from each other, they start fighting. Well, that would give Andrew behind them the chance to catch up, because he's hovered around 6 seconds behind, which sounds like a lot, but he's closing that gap.
He's closing it, and if someone makes a mistake or is slowed down by fighting, that's an easy gap to close.
Yep. Right, it's not that hard, so.
Well, but it looks like maybe a 3-car battles are forming behind McKechnie, with Duran and Smith
Oh,
both being within a second.
yeah.
And now Doug's 4/10 behind
4/10
Foster.
behind Foster. Now it's getting fun.
And
That little
now,
lull.
way at the back, Rushevich catching up to Queso. Seems they've decided to start racing again.
Yeah. But let's see if Doug can pull it off. Wait, Dominic. 1/10 behind Justin. Coming down this straight. Let's see. But if the
Doesn't look like
last
he's going to
battle-
attempt it here.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I can't remember. Well, the reason I can't remember how he got past Smith is because he did it when we weren't looking. But I know the several laps before that, every time he came down that straight, it really didn't look like he was thinking about passing there at all.
And then he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's his strategy. Follow you down there enough times that you get complacent. You think, he's not going to try it here.
Right. He studies you to see exactly how you take that turn so that he can exploit it.
Looks like Harville had a oopsie. But Smith is trying to give Duran a run for his money.
And I think right as you clicked away, there might have been the littlest bit of a tap between Duran and McKechnie.
Oh, goodness.
And up ahead, I think Doug might attempt
yep,
it into turn 1.
Oh, he poked,
Ooh.
and he said no.
He's got to set an example for the rest of us.
Yes, he does.
And he's losing time through section 1. So it seems to the attempt or the look at an attempt seemed to have backfired a little bit.
Possibly. And that sector 1 is like, yeah, if you mess up, you don't quite
If
get
you're
the rhythm.
offline, yeah.
Yeah, so hard to get it back. So Dominic here. Ooh.
Oh, that's real close between those three.
Smith just slipping it right on in there. Wasn't thinking that was gonna happen.
No. I'd be surprised if he was expecting that to happen.
Yeah, look at
And
him.
he's taking that
on a
position as well. Oh, but he slowed
Oh!
down, and Duran might take advantage.
Eek.
Looks like Smith just might hang on to it.
I think so. I think so. I think so.
Oh, he's got to nail that breaking point.
Oh.
And
Look at
Logan
that.
enters the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Logan might be making a move. Might be looking to make the move on McKechnie.
Who is nice and late on the brakes there.
Yeah.
That was bravery.
It was. That they made it nice and smooth, got through. Nice job, guys. Duran up here. Gotta admit, I'm wondering what he's thinking about that move Smith made earlier. Just sliding right on in there.
We might have to revisit that move in a clip later.
That's possible. Now look at this. Douglas looking to make a but not quite. And Rife has caught up
He's
to
caught
them
up
now.
to them now.
Yep. Well,
And
it's
Doug
like-
gets by on the inside.
Yep. Which he needed to do if he wants to get any space on Andrew there.
And Foster got loose coming into the straight, so that
Yeah.
could give Andrew a pretty good run.
Yeah,
And it looks like it is.
Yeah, Andrew's like, enough of this. I'm gonna get you, Doug. Although,
Foster not giving it up
nope.
and trapping Andrew on the outside of this turn, which just doesn't really work.
No. No, no, no. Maybe Andrew's hoping he'll get a good run on this.
Ooh, especially with Foster touching the grass a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But it might not be enough. Yes, it is enough. Look at that. Late
It's enough
break.
if you break like
Wow.
that.
Yeah. Well done, Andrew. That was nice. All right, Tom.
Now go catch Doug.
Yeah. Tom's gotta get past Smith. That move that came out of left field on him. Come
Smith
back
goes a little
here
wide there, leaves him vulnerable.
to the back and see, Butka's trying to make a move through this guy, but that's not gonna work from the outside. But oh, he makes a switch.
Unless your opponent goes wide.
And he gets it. Nice move. Dominic here, side by side with Smith. Trying to get by ever since he made that move. Not the easiest place to be doing this. With Logan
Definitely
behind
not.
him.
Especially, yeah. And McKechnie's trying to catch up. He's only a second behind. He's not letting him forget that he should be right up there.
Yeah, all this fighting is really slowing them down. Looks like Rife might be catching up to Douglas here. Getting some
Yeah,
pressure
hovering
on.
around half a
Look at
second
that.
now.
Yep. But his last lap time was over a second faster.
This looks like it's a good run for Andrew.
Yep.
Is he going to repeat what gained him that spot? Not quite.
You know.
He was thinking about it, though.
He was. I think maybe he's a little more cautious around an admin.
Is there a decal on the back of Doug's car warning
Let's
of
see.
the ban hammer?
Let's look. Okay, Andrew, we need you to catch up again.
He's got a good run on him.
Yeah, he does. Oh, Doug said
Oh,
no.
Doug's going very defensive.
Oh, he
But
shut
that
that
slows
door.
him down.
Let's see what that does.
He might have over defended
Oh,
there.
oh. Look at that. Nice job, Andrew.
I think Doug could have defended it a little better if he hadn't gone so far to the inside on the main straight.
Yeah, well,
Then again, Andrew had so much straight line speed going into that.
yeah, that's a tough thing. That Nissan is, it's one of those cars that you don't want to see in your rearview mirror. Ah, Andrew wants his D1 promotion now. Are you sure that's what he wants?
We have action in the
Jess,
top 5 for the first time in a while.
yeah, so Jess Osborne catching up to Johnston, which was Mia's teammate. Oh, and there's only 3.5 minutes left in this race.
Yeah, that end really snuck up on us now that there's action again.
Yeah, it
We
certainly
got
did.
4 cars now within a second of the car in front of them.
Yeah, Logan not letting Duran forget about his existence there. He's 6 tenths behind him. Yeah, Steven, Duran and Logan have been, they've been really going at it back and forth.
And way in the back,
Yeah.
Butkus catching right up to Fire Queso. Doesn't go for the bold inside move there.
No, but he's alright. He's right there. Yeah, those Porsches can be nasty, can't they? Look at that. So close.
Looks like Queso has a pretty good run out of that corner, though.
Yep.
That could save him.
So Logan back here catching up to Tom again, and like we've seen him make bold moves before, so
And this looks like a good opportunity for
yeah.
him.
I don't think this is any exception. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Dom keeping him on that outside there, but they're still got that overlap and ooh, little tappy tap.
They touched but managed to keep it straight.
Yep. Whoa, Aoki
He went a
and
little
right
loose there.
Okay, well,
We are-
Andrew got past Aoki really fast.
All right, you've got 40 seconds to catch up to Jess.
Oh, ow. And they got one more lap after this. Look at Johnson with this, the super defensive moves there. Let's see. Let's see if this battle is going to keep going, I guess. It's alright, one more lap for this one too.
I think they're gonna keep this fight close right up until the checkered flag.
Yeah.
The second SRA gives you a really wide line for the run down the straight.
Oh, wait. Alright, leader has finished. Oh, Dom, that is not where you want to put your tires, and he does not lose much time, though. Still only 1/10 back to us. There, he's starting to... Let's see. Oy!
Ooh,
That was not the move you wanted to make.
he kept it out of the wall.
Yep. I will tell him that's what he gets for listening to Fosley. See if Tom's gonna try to make any moves at the end here. 2/10 behind. Well, he did a similar
And that's
wiggle.
it.
That's
Yep.
it. Race over. So, my apologies to Kyle Miller for not catching you come over the finish line. There was just too much going on. We'll watch, may have some fun there. Well, that
That was
got
a solid drive
exciting.
from the top three cars, both drivers. Guy Manperson and Kyle Miller taking the win. Brian Anderson and Jordan Kimball taking second, and Mia Rose and JP Johnson taking third. So
Yeah.
those were the three cars that were in contention for the win the entire race.
Absolutely. That was when they're all having their fun, looks like there's some extra fun going on over here. Let's see. I'll hit back to our trap map. Well, that was fun. Became quite interesting toward the end. But,
Yeah, good battles pretty much across the up and down the field.
but it looks like, those who sent their faster drivers out first, with the exception of Andrew's car, they kind of seemed like that was the strategy.
It did pay off pretty well for them. They were making up a lot of positions at the end.
Absolutely. I wonder if there's anyone we can steal.
Just take them out of their team chat.
Who do we want?
Who needs to ask first?
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna ask. But I'm just trying to figure out who we want to take. Well, I guess we can take our P1 folks. We've got Mia and
Guy Manperson and Kyle Miller for the winners.
They were the winners. Okay, well then. I don't see Guy and
They're down
there they
in
are.
6.
All right. I'll be back. Let me go back. Let me hop down there and let them know that we want to grab them. Hey guys.
Yep.
Hello.
Do you mind if
Was just waiting for this. Go for it.
Okay.
What's
I'll
up?
move you up. All right, I want to take you guys for interview because you did well, but I really have to push you guys pretty far up there, huh? Let me wait.
Just right click our names and should say like move to.
You guys know how to do this better than I do. Move to. Where am I?
Yeah.
Here. And Kyle, you're next.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, he's gone.
Sorry, I'm stealing them for an interview. They'll be back.
Oh.
Hey,
Congratulations on the
Kyle.
win.
Oh, there we go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not usually the one who switches people out of channels, so me on that one. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
So, how was the race for you guys? Looks like you had like a winning strategy there.
Yeah, the strategy was to choose the Ford because it's broken.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
guys proved that tonight.
Yeah, it's very broken. I used to not think it was, but now I'm like a strong believer that it needs to be nerfed a little bit.
Well,
it was-
don't tell any of our Ford runners that for the team series.
Well, see, the thing is, I used to be a Ford runner, so like, I thought it was bad on Indy when I did my hot stint laps, and then guy came up with a really good setup, and it basically changed my whole perspective.
Interesting. I mean, I've tried it and I can't drive the car for my life. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
once,
same.
once you kind of get the car in the right setup, it kind of really likes it, this track, and I don't get it. I hate this track because I'm an M4 driver.
Now you and Mia had quite the battle.
Oh,
the
didn't we?
first
That
half.
was so sweaty.
I can only imagine. And you guys had a little bit of a couple of bumper car moments, but recovered nicely.
Oh yeah, that was really exciting, and there was a little bit of bumping here and there. There was nothing crazy, and then I think there was a little bit of net code in there too that I don't think Mia should have spun on that last one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting that she's across the ocean.
Yeah, they have me like holding my breath every so often, but it was good. It was good racing though. It was nice and close.
Guy, you were staying real close to Mia through that whole first stint. And
Yeah.
just the two of you leaving the entire rest of the field behind until you spun the first, or you two hit the first time, and that allowed Anderson to like catch up to you.
Yeah, I didn't really want to try and push too hard early because I wanted a gap back to Brian. And then when I did start going, whoa, that got a little dicey at first, but I mean, it had to be a little exciting. And Mia's so fast, I have to push. I was just desperately trying to get Mia to ruin her tires. And I think it worked a little bit because I shouldn't have been getting that run out of the last corner when I caught her.
And after that last contact between you two, it seemed like she couldn't quite get the pace back up to catch back up to you.
I think that was just, the tires got overheated, and so she really suffered there. Not much that she could have done.
But then after the pit, Kyle, you did a great job of bringing it home, keeping it steady up there. No incidents, just quietly up front.
Yeah, the whole entire time we were pretty much, the guy was pretty much saying like, just bring it home, just casually drive. It's like, don't do anything stupid. I think there was like one time I touched the curb a little bit and it kind of slid out from me, and we were like, I just wanted to make it interesting a little bit. It's kind of boring up here. I feel like Max Verstappen.
Well, that first lap with Kyle was exciting because who was it? Kimball pitted his driver pitted a lap early, and so he had the warm tires behind Kyle and was really up on there, and we had to be. Yeah, Kyle really had to drive it hard that first lap and make sure that he kept the place, and then after that he could cruise away.
It was scary because the tires were because Mustang doesn't really like cold tires, and it's very unpredictable with cold tires. So just trying to keep ahead of him, not only that, but like try to keep ahead of Mia's second driver as well, because we were not that far behind when he was not that far behind, or they were not that far behind when we got done pitting. So
yeah, you guys were, if I remember right, pretty much the only lead car that didn't get passed in the pits. I think you guys managed to sneak out just before just before the fourth place car got passed.
we thought we were gonna have lose 5 seconds because we had a little kerfuffle at the entrance of pit lane with a car, and we got like 5 seconds worth of damage. But surprisingly, we were still able to keep ahead.
Yeah, and then I was the idiot trying to turn the damage off, turn the repair off, and I missed it. Trying to get right into the box. Yeah, somebody didn't know what the pit entry was, and they hit their pit limiter just going in.
So
Gotta practice your pit entry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it was,
Well-
it was a little scary there.
Bit of a heart attack, yeah.
Mhm.
But thankfully, that was Kyle kept it ahead, and that didn't end up mattering too much.
Good. Nice. Yeah, well, obviously it worked out in the end. You guys did a great job. That was we had a lot of fun watching that battle and in the whole first. Once you and Mia got together, it was spicy back and forth. There's quite a few good ones in there. So, but thanks. You had a great race.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm not sure where to return you guys to.
Yeah. I can
Just
leave.
kick us out.
Yeah, just kick us out.
Yeah, well, I know Pat was looking to find you when I yoinked you away, so.
Oh, he's up in the
They're
race shot
down in
one,
race
so-
review.
Okay, we'll go over
Yep.
there.
Yeah, we'll go over there.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right,
Do
is there
wanna-
anyone else?
I don't know if anyone else wants to.
Who
I'm
was?
not sure. Second place was Brian Anderson and his teammate. I don't remember who his teammate was.
Okay, I can steal Brian.
Jordan Kimball, that was his teammate.
Was that? Okay. Let's see.
According to registration.
Hi, Brian.
Oh, hello.
Congratulations on
Like-
P2. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
grab your teammate next. Steal him.
All right.
Kidnap him.
Is he in the chat
If
somewhere?
he's
I
here.
don't know.
I don't know.
He might
No.
I think he said he was going to go have dinner, so he might not be here anymore.
He's not here, so
Unfortunately.
it's a solo interview.
I will represent him as best I can.
All right. Well, how was it?
Oh, it was great. It's a lot of fun.
Good.
First it was I got that free spot on the start when Mia murdered someone. Then just kind of watched them fight, and then got another one later. And then Jordan got in the car and just made no mistakes and just kept the spot, and that was the whole race.
Yeah, you were ready to take advantage when Man Person and Mia came together.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I knew they were both outpacing me by quite a bit. So every time they fought, and I caught back up a little bit, and so I got close, like right after they came together, and he passed her, but then it just wasn't good enough to keep it, so he just pulled away. But yeah, that was really fun.
Good. Yeah, so your race pretty much went almost as smoothly as anyone could ask for.
I would say so. Yeah, there were a few times when we were close to contact. I think it was part luck and I guess part accident avoidance. So it worked out. Doesn't always work out, and this time it did.
No, but it's also a good example of, just keeping it clean and not making mistakes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that
P2.
really is what earned you P2 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos, good job, nice driving.
Thank you. Thanks for commentating. I don't know if you're commentating the whole race or.
Pretty much.
Oh, awesome.
Trying to
Thank
fill
you,
in the
thank you.
noise. No problem.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you
were
both.
some boring sections, but I think we managed.
Yep.
Yeah.
We tried.
Thanks
All right.
again.
No, you're welcome. All
All
right.
right. Have a good night.
You too. All right. I guess that will wrap it up for tonight. Thank you to everyone who joined us and who is still here. And well, let's see. Our race season starts. It's this week already?
Yeah, tomorrow is the livery stream. Make sure to catch that if you want to see your champions drink out of a shoe, their own shoe at least. not one shared shoe. That'd be
Yeah.
funnier though.
It might be, but that might be a little. The logistics of that might be a little.
The
tough.
logistics of that would be a little complicated.
And that whose shoe do you decide on? Like, whose foot?
I think it'd have to be
do we have
Doug's.
to share.
I think it'd have to be Doug's shoe.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Is it Doug's shoe? Okay. Still don't know how I'd feel about that.
Just don't win.
Yeah, no offense, Doug. Just no. But oh yep, so we have our livery reveal stream tomorrow night. What time is that? So 8 Eastern?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yep, tomorrow at 8. And then our
8.
first race will be Monday night at 9 for that's the practice race.
Yeah, they don't stream that one usually. But Tuesday is the first official race of season 13?
12.
12.
Season 12.
Getting ahead of myself.
Catch me in D5. And I think you're D3? D4?
D3. So we'll see how that goes. They had a surprisingly good stint at Indianapolis. So I earned myself a spot in D3, at least to start. We'll see if I stay there. Who knows? But yeah,
always the question.
Tuesday night you get to see 1, 3, and 5. Wednesday you will get to see 2, 4, maybe 6. If we
hopefully
have enough.
we'll be able to stream 6.
Yep, absolutely. So, thank you for joining us and have a great evening.